Hey, thanks for joining me on the bonus app on numbers. Now, we have touched on numbers in class, but perhaps you need a little bit of a tutorial on how to actually use them. So I'm going to sign out here. I'm just going to tell you quickly that numbers is a spreadsheet program, but let me turn that over to the program itself and you can see what's happening. So just like graph paper, it's divided into all these little boxes, and each one of these boxes can contain numbers, or it can contain letters, text, pictures, diagrams, anything you want, dates. But what's most interesting is when it contains numbers. So if you wanted to find out, for instance, what the sum of these four numbers is, sure, you could do that in your head, but a faster way to do it is to say equals, we're using that as a function, this one plus this one plus, look how they're all coming up in different colors, it's so beautiful! That one, and you add it all together, and you've got the number 4. Okay, so that was really simple, but here's the thing. What if these are different? What if you put in, like, how many candies you ate each day? Like, the first day you eat 4 candies, the next day you eat 7 candies, the next day you eat 3 candies, the next day is Halloween, you eat 289 candies, and suddenly it's a lot easier to have the computer add that all together for you. Okay? Now, here's another example. Suppose you need to go out and buy a new iPad 15 a couple years from now. So you have $1 million in your account because you get paid a lot of money, and the new iPad 15 costs $53,000, and you want to find out how much money you'll have in your account when you're done. So it equals $1 million minus $53,000 equals $94,700. That's how much you'll have left. But suppose you find the new iPad 15 on sale and you only have to pay $45,000. Wow, you've saved a lot of money. Look at that. Okay, now suppose we want to find the number of hours in a year. So we know there are 24 hours in a day, and we know there are 365 days in a year. Now we have to multiply them together. Here we're going to put in equals this cell times, which is the capital 8, this cell, which is that there. And that's how many hours there are in a year, which if you've ever seen the movie Rent, you already knew that. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is find out how many students we have per teacher. So we put in the equal sign, equals the number of students, divided by, which is the slash underneath the question mark, 16, but we're not putting the numbers in, we're just putting the cells in, and we have that. But now suppose half the teachers get Ebola on one day, and they're out. So what does that change the ratio to? Ooh, 19.5. That's a lot of students in each class. Okay, there is actually an easier way to find the sum of the numbers. So what we did here is we did this cell plus this cell plus this cell plus that cell. You can see it up here on this line here. It shows how we got this. But there's a faster way to do it, and that is these are actual functions. These were just like simple math tricks. These are actual functions. So down here we put in the equal sign, and then we're going to do sum, begin parentheses. Now before I do that, look at this. This is in small sum, begin parentheses, boom, big sum. Then we highlight the range. We just drag our cursor down with the key highlighting, and then end the parentheses. You have to have this parenthesis and that parenthesis have to close. You hit enter, and it's summed them up. And suppose these are your grades, but you do a retest and you don't get a 46, but you get a 64. Huge improvement. Look how much the sum went up. But we really would want to find out what the average is. So let's do equals, begin, A-V-E-R-A-G-E, begin parentheses. Ooh, it capitalized again, so it read it. We're going to do this, highlight it, and there we go. But this, again, remember that's supposed to be a 64 because your grade went up so much, and your average went up a huge, 4 points. But we really want to find out what your median is. So let's find out what that is, because we use that all the time in science. Equals M-E-D-I-A-N, begin parentheses. Ooh, it did it. It jumped up into capitals. Take all these and end parentheses, enter, and the median is higher than the average. Look at that. Okay, pretty cool. So your assignment will be to do a spreadsheet that includes these 7 functions. You have to go in and you have to send me the spreadsheet so that I can go in, click on any of these, and see that you've inputted the correct function, but use different numbers. Okay, have a good time out there.